Imagine you've been running back and forth behind a bar for hours. The bass from the dance floor is pounding in your ears, your feet ache, and your shirt is sticking to your skin from the heat of packed bodies and spilled drinks. Then, in walks him. The one customer you wish would vanish. The one who, instead of handing you his money like a normal human being, tosses it at you, like you're not even a person. And tonight? Tonight you've had enough. Tonight, you're going to make him regret every single time he treated you like garbage. And the best part? Everyone on that dance floor is going to see it. If you've ever worked in customer service, you already know. There's a special kind of satisfaction when karma finally catches up to the people who think they can treat you like dirt. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and buckle up, because this is the story of how one rude bar regular went from smug to scrambling on the floor, in front of a crowd. I was in my mid-20s, working as a bartender in one of the busiest dance bars in town. You know the kind, thick smell of spilled beer, neon lights flickering above the shelves, and a floor that thumped under your feet every time the DJ turned up the bass. My shifts were a whirlwind of orders, laughter, and trying to keep the chaos under control. And then, there was him. He was a regular. Not the friendly, "Hey, how's your night going?" kind of regular. No. This guy was the human embodiment of arrogance. Every time he came up to the bar, he'd order his drink without so much as a hello, pull out some bills, and toss them at me. Not place them down. Not hand them over. He'd literally flick them in my direction, like feeding scraps to a stray animal. I'd catch them out of the air when I could, but sometimes they'd flutter onto the bar or the floor, forcing me to break stride, pick them up, and keep working. And here's the kicker, he never tipped. Not once. If that wasn't enough, after getting his drink, he had this habit of planting himself right in front of the bar, leaning against it like he owned the place, blocking other customers from ordering. And it wasn't just me who hated it. People would have to crane their necks and shout over his shoulder to get my attention. Every time, I'd plaster on the fake smile that all service workers know too well and think, we're living in a society here. Most nights, I could shrug it off. But one Friday, I came in already in a bad mood. The kind of mood where the smallest thing can set you off. It was peak hours, crowd packed shoulder to shoulder, music so loud I could feel it in my chest, drinks flying out of my hands as fast as I could pour them. Sweat ran down my back, my arms ached from shaking cocktails, and my voice was hoarse from shouting orders to the bar back. And then, I saw him. Like a slow-motion nightmare, he made his way through the crowd, wearing that smug, lazy grin. He ordered as usual, eyes barely meeting mine. Then, true to form, he flicked his money toward me. This time, the bill slid halfway down the counter, forcing me to reach over, losing precious seconds I didn't have. My chest tightened. My jaw clenched. I thought, I am not chasing your damn money tonight. I counted out his change, coins and all. And that's when the idea hit me. In that moment, the years of passive tolerance evaporated. I wasn't just tired, I was done. My brain was running on pure, adrenaline-fueled pettiness, and I realized I had the perfect chance to hit him where it hurt. I took his coins and positioned my hand over the bar, but instead of placing them down like normal, I aimed at the counter with just enough force for them to explode outward. The coins hit the counter with a loud clatter, bouncing high, spinning in all directions. Some skittered across the bar, others launched right into the chaos of the dance floor. People moved instinctively, trying not to trip, as shiny quarters and dimes rolled between their shoes. And there he was, Mr. Toss Your Money, dropping to his knees in the middle of a packed Friday night crowd, scrambling to pick up his change like a desperate kid at a birthday party where candy just got dumped on the floor. The flashing lights from the DJ's booth hit the coins just right, making the whole ridiculous scene sparkle. I didn't say a word. Just turned to the next customer, took their order, and kept going like nothing had happened. He didn't look up at me once. Didn't say thank you. Didn't even make eye contact. Just scooped up as much as he could find, stuffed it in his pocket, and disappeared back into the crowd. And you know what? He never came to my side of the bar again. Not once. If he wanted a drink, he went to one of the other bartenders. Did I lose his business? Maybe. Did I care? Not even a little. Because for the first time in months, I felt like I'd gotten the tiniest bit of power back. What made it so perfect wasn't just the act, it was the symbolism. For every server who's been snapped at, every cashier who's been treated like a vending machine, every retail worker who's had to bite their tongue while someone spoke to them like they were less than human, this was for all of us. The sight of him on his hands and knees, scrambling after coins, while the crowd swirled around him, that was my victory. And it was quiet. No shouting match, no scene, just the beautiful, wordless message: if you can't show basic respect, don't expect it in return. Here's the thing. Working in service teaches you a lot about people. You see kindness, patience, generosity, and you see entitlement, arrogance, and selfishness. That night, I learned something important. You don't always need to confront someone head-on to make your point. Sometimes, the most satisfying revenge is just letting them trip over their own behavior, literally. If this story made you smile, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more satisfying tales of justice and well-deserved outcomes. And let me know in the comments, what's the most ridiculous way you've seen someone get what was coming to them? I read every one, and I can't wait to hear your stories.